Hola, welcome to Fan for Spanish Materials. Today's video is going to be about present tense verbs ER and IR. Um, it's going to be very similar to the way we studied the verb AR. Um, now, let's get into it. Again, we're going to concentrate on the first two personal pronouns, yo, I, tú, you. And in later stages, we are going to do, you are going to do the third person. You're going to introduce the third person. And the last stage is to introduce all these ones here, which are the plural personal pronouns. So let's do it. Yo, uh, uh, let's do the verbs comer and vivir. These are ER and IR verbs. Um, I'm going to leave here a list of verbs you can use for now. Uh, they are ER and IR. Yeah? Aprender, beber, barrer, leer, correr, compartir, subir, sufrir. Yeah? So with comer, typical example, comer is to eat. People love eating. So it's really important that you uh, nail and use a lot this verb, right? So how will we say I eat? Same as with the verb ar. We're gonna replace the ending er for the ending of the conjugation. So como, yo como. And how do we say you eat? Tú comes. So es is gonna be now uh, the ending for the second person too. For AR verbs, we were using as, but for ER and IR verbs, we are using S. And if you look here on the right, it's exactly the same. Look, with the verb vivir, which is to live. I live in Barcelona, I live in Buenos Aires, I live in Bogota, I live in Ciudad de Mexico. Um, Same thing here. I live is yo vivo. All right, yo vivo. Um, yo vivo en uh, Santiago de Chile, uh, and so on. And you live is tú vives. So o es. It's exactly the same thing for er and ir verbs. That's why they go together. Yeah. Um, the only difference here goes when you start doing the the plural personal pronouns. Look, hemos, imos. Sorry, this line wasn't that good. Ace is, and this one is the same. N. Yeah. But again, you're gonna introduce this later. For now, just let's concentrate on the red ones here, yo and tú. So I'm gonna let you practice with me. Aprender is to learn. How do you say I learn Spanish? I'm gonna give you 4 seconds to think about it. Now, okay, so the answer will be yo aprendo español. Yeah, why aprendo? Because aprender is the verb, but we are going to replace the ending er for an o, right? So yo aprendo español. Now the last one is you asking somebody, let's say, let's use the verb leer. I really like this verb, which is to read. Leer. So, how would you ask a person, do you read Uh, do you read? Just do you read in general? Do you read? Um, I'm going to give you 3 seconds for this one from now. Okay. Um, the answer is tú lees. Yeah. So tú lees. Why? Because I have to put this ending here. Yeah. The S. And that's it. How to practice this? Sure. Let's have a look at how to practice this. It's going to be exactly the same way we were practicing the verb AR. Um, have a look at the questions and answers, of course. Um, so to practice it, again, grasp the concepts first. Yeah, dedicate maybe from half an hour to an hour. Just practicing your concepts on Quizlet and on the notes and writing. Yeah, it's extremely important that you do this first, Quizlets, and then notes and writing. And then once you practiced and you did a lot of repetitions here and you wrote stuff here, you go to the street and you go and use this in a real life situation. So again, we are gonna tell people what you do in your life, hobbies, work, anything, and ask people what they do in their lives and in present tense. That will be it. And use not only er and ir verbs, but also use the AR verbs that we learned before. So it's pretty similar. So this way you can expand your questions. You can use the three kinds of verbs: AR, ER, and IR, and just use all of the verbs to ask questions about what people do in their lives, and also tell people what you do in your life, even if you sound annoying. Okay. Oh, just to make clear, um, the topics that have here like a star, you might have wondered why the star. This star means that it's good if you practice, if you study a little bit more this topic. I mean, the topics with a star. Star topics are like core topics, so it's very important that you pay like extra attention to these ones, like to work a little bit harder on those. um, of course, every single topic is as important, but it's there are some topics that are more kind of difficult or core, uh, to to have a good foundation in Spanish. If for any reason your quality, the like the image quality of the video is not very good, um, here down on the corner, like bottom right corner, there is a bottom where you can set up your quality, um, and you can put 720. Yeah, uh, quality 720, so your video can look clear. And that will be it. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Hasta luego.